So there's a pretty interesting exploit happening right now with Cyberpunk 2077 that we really need to talk about if you're playing right now, and especially so if you're also using mods, your installation might be at risk. So we will talk about that in this video. We also have some news about, well, Elon Musk talking a bit about the game, and finally, yeah, modders finally found the female V faces in the game's files. So let's talk about that in this video, and as always, if you enjoy it at any point, it would be super awesome if you left a like on this video. By the way, today's video has been brought to you thanks to Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming sells games at some of the cheapest prices you can find around, so if you also enjoy big gaming discounts, definitely go ahead and check them out by using my links down below. But let's begin with a really huge PSA for everybody who's playing the game on the PC and has mods installed for their installation of Cyberpunk 2077, because apparently there is a very serious vulnerability present in the game that can grant full access to your entire computer to whoever forges malicious files or codes inside of the mods that you are about to install in your games. So of course, a huge shout out to Pixel Rick, I believe was the first person to actually make us aware of this, as well as Romulus over on Reddit for giving everybody a heads up. So here is what you need to know. So through the use of a mod or a crafted save game, malicious codes can be executed to take control over your PC by the creator of said save game / mod. CD Projekt Red was even made aware of this more than a week ago, but apparently it is still present and it can still function even during the hotfix 1.11 from a few days ago. By the way, a quick edit, it seems that the same Reddit post was also updated. It's not just the PC platform that can be affected by the same exploit. It seems that the PlayStation 4 too can be affected to a certain extent, though it doesn't go into too many details. I'm pretty sure that it mostly refers to possible game save files that you might have downloaded from other sources and use them on your PlayStation 4 installation. So until CD Projekt Red comes in with a update that fully prevents this exploit from ever happening, you kinda have only two options. Either A, simply remove any mod or any game save file that you might have downloaded from any of these websites. This includes for your PlayStation 4 too as well. Or if you don't want to go through all of that, or if you want to further mod your game, then simply use Cyber Engine tweaks with the latest version from yesterday, since this also includes, yeah, the fix that fully prevents the exploit from ever happening in the first place. So a huge shout out to the modding community, of course, for coming with such a quick response on this one. And if you go onto the main page for the Cyber Engine tweaks, you will see that this version includes the fix for that exploit as well. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean that there's any mods out there that will have any malicious codes inside of them. It's just that if you want to be fully 100% sure that nothing bad happens to your platform, yeah, maybe do either of these two things. Now, since we were on the subject of mods, and especially if you were a fan of the way the female V looked back in the old E3 trailers and gameplay videos, then it seems that the modders finally found head models in the game, and not just that, you can use them on your current version of the female V. So this can be made possible with two mods right here. One of them is called E3V Mesh Model and Textures, which just replaces your face, and this one is actually the one that provides you the full face, the same one that we found in the E3 2018 trailer. And then there's also the E3 2018 haircut for female V, which is going to fully complete the look. By the way, if you're using this mod, at some point you might notice that your head doesn't spawn anymore, and maybe you're just noticing that there's a pair of floating eyeballs over there. Well, the reason for that is because this is intended. You are actually required to use a pair of sunglasses and a hat to make the female V face appear onto your character. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So follow the instructions over there and just equip any pair of sunglasses and hats and put it on your character, and congratulations, now you're gonna look pretty much like the default female V from the old trailers, which honestly looks really awesome. I kinda hoped that CD Projekt Red at some point would add these as a form of character customization options, but let me know down below if you would also like to see these face options in the character customizer sometimes in the future. But moving on to some more interesting news, we have Elon Musk that for the past week has been pretty big on Cyberpunk, and to be more specific, he's been tweeting about it almost every single day, starting with the fact that some of the Tesla models that will get shipped starting next month can indeed play both Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 on their systems, which I'm not really sure if it's a meme or not, if it's serious or not, but it does sound a bit of like a hazard, especially if you're like the driver. You're probably not gonna want to do any of that, but maybe your passengers or maybe the children that you might be driving in your car, yeah, they might be able to play this game too. Which also begs the question, what if Cyberpunk crashes the system? What happens to the car in that situation? Because I'm pretty sure I would not want my central system for the vehicle that I'm driving to fully crash because somebody's playing a game on it. It's maybe just me. I love Tesla cars, but it's just my opinion on that. Of course, he further commented on the fact that, yeah, even the hotfixes in Cyberpunk 2077 require hotfixes, of course alluding to the fact that patch 1.11 had to come in and fix an already existing update 1.1. But on a final note, I made this poll earlier today where I asked you guys if you are still playing Cyberpunk 2077, and surprisingly enough, out of the 18,000 or so people who voted on that poll, about 46% of you guys have voted yes, that you're still actively playing and enjoying the game, and about 54% have declared that no, they are either not playing the game at all, waiting for some more new content, or just taking a break from the game and maybe playing a few sessions here and there every few days, which sounds quite surprising because it's been way over a month since the game's been out. Of course, a single player game with just like about 20 plus hours of a main story campaign, of course excluding the other paths that you can choose, and of course the side content, which adds a ton more on top, but that is still pretty insane. And there's still a 60,000 player 24-hour peak over on Steam alone, and that is quite surprising. So imagine when CD Projekt Red comes in with some brand new updates and just like adds more content to the game. It also seems that there's a fair number of people out there who are just waiting for straight up fixes so that they can properly enjoy the game. So in which of these categories do you fall into? Are you still actively playing the game, or have you abandoned it for the time being? And if so, what is your next entry point? Like, what are you waiting for CD Projekt Red to implement in the game? Are you waiting for just straight up fixes so you can properly enjoy the game, or are you waiting for some substantial kind of content, maybe some DLC and whatnot? As always, cast your opinion in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video at any point, it would also be super awesome if you left a like on it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.